if I'm not mistaken, you don't have your head trainer available. So how is it not having your head trainer coming over to Las Vegas for this particular fight?
It's been, listen, the job is going to get done regardless, and I'm in with a super top trainer who's going to be one of the best trainers in the world after I beat Terence and Carlos Fermento. We've been going through the game plan day in, day out. We know what we need to do in this fight, and I'm fit, I'm lean, I'm a fighting machine ready to go, and been working every day on what I need to do against someone like Terence. So, you know, I've been in this sport for 25 years. I know what I need to do. You know what I mean? I've been world champion. I know what it takes to be the best. So, you know, I'm not. You know, I'm ready to go.
Thank you very much. And now we go to Cameron Wolf from ESPN.com. Cameron, please go ahead when ready, sir.
Kell, what's up, man? Obviously, you're confident you can win this fight. So, what do you think a fight looks like on Saturday if it's going well for you?
It's about just getting into my rhythm, being positive. You know, and you know, I've got the accuracy, I've got the size, I've got everything what it takes to be champion. I've got the desire, and I've got the power to, you know, to overwhelm Crawford and get into my rhythm.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cameron. Now we go ahead to the UK with Pep Talk in the UK. I'm asking you to unmute. Please unmute and then ask your question when ready, sir.
Yo, how you doing?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I've got to ask you, your old nemesis, Amir Khan, is wishing you good luck come the weekend. What do you make of his comments?
I don't know what to say. You know, he changes his mind one day to the next. You know, it's a positive message. I can't say anything negative, you know, but I'm not focused on what people are saying because, you know, most of them are negative. As long as what my immediate team round here think and what job we need to do, and that's to become victorious Saturday night. So that's the main thing.
Thank you very much, Pep Talk. We are going to go to now Keith Idek from Boxing Scene. Keith, go ahead when ready, sir.
Hey, Kell, do you think in some ways that Amir was saying what he said because if you win, it's obviously better for you two to fight in a bigger fight in the UK?
There's always something up his sleeve. I'm not focused on Amir Khan. I'm focused on Terence Crawford, you know. So let's talk Terence.
ESPN aired something last night that debuted in the United States in which Terence Crawford was asked to list his bucket list, so to speak, of welterweights he would like to fight before he retires. He listed 4 people, and your name was not one of them. How much motivation does that provide to you that he's not even really talking about you, so to speak, when you're fighting him on Saturday?
He's going to have a rude awakening, I'll tell you that. He's going to have a rude awakening on Saturday night when he gets in there. He's going to know real quick, real fast in the fight that, you know, he should have put me on top of that list.
Do you think, and I know Terence is obviously a smart guy and arguably the best fighter in the world, but do you think in some way he's overlooking you in any way?
Yeah, I hope he is. Because I'm coming with force. Trust me.
Thank you, Kell.
Thank you. And wow, I didn't realize that Kell Brook was fighting Amir Khan this week. And Terence fought him in April 2019. So let's please keep the questions to the fight at hand, folks. The fight at hand, not Amir Khan, if possible. So now we go to Ryan Elliott. Ryan, please unmute and go ahead.
Hi, Kell. Thank you for your time. Just a quick one from me. How significant is it for you going into this fight not having that rehydration clause for a big welterweight such as yourself?
You know, to be honest with you, on how I've made weight this time, it's not that much of a big deal, but I suppose it is a big deal, to be honest with you, because I don't want to be thinking about watching me water and watching me food intake. You know, I just want to weigh in and relax and then concentrate on the fight instead of concentrate on making the weight again. So it's going to be something different to making welterweight and then just focusing on Terence Crawford instead of the weight check.
Thank you very much. And now we go ahead to Jake Donovan from Boxing Scene. Jake, please go ahead when ready.
Great. Thank you very much, Evan. It's actually perfect timing. Kell, I did want to ask, what was the biggest change that you made in training camp to ensure that you're able to make welterweight, since this is your first welterweight fight in 3 years?
Losing weeks, just being around Sheffield and losing weeks, just not really being around my surroundings, what I'm normally used to, and just, not being as strict as I could be on the diet. What I did when I knew that I needed to get away as soon as possible to Fuerteventura, where when I'm waking up and I know that my girls aren't around me, and I'm waking up in a different country knowing that I'm going to the gym and I'm doing it for a reason. I made sure that the training were hard and the dieting were hard from the first week I knew this fight were on.
Okay, great. Thanks. Good to have you back, Kell. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
And now we go at Carlos Toro. Please unmute and ask your question when ready, sir.
Hey, Kell, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. Obviously kind of going off a little bit of Jake's question. Going back to just making the adjustments and heading down to welterweight, when it comes down to now having to deal with the bubble and everything that comes with the current pandemic situation that we got going on, how much different and how difficult has it been to kind of get everything just situated, done, and also having to go down to welterweight with it being your first fight in that weight?
Like I said, I started early, so I had in the planet getting ill. These kind of situations, I made time early doors just for in case I got ill or in case these kind of things happen. So we're well ahead, and everybody's making weight. Everyone's in the same, doing the same thing. Everyone's finding it tough with this COVID, but I'm in a great place in my mind, and the weight is fantastic for this fight. So forget the weight. The weight's made.
Thanks, Kell. Best of luck on Saturday.
And thank you, Carlos. And we go ahead back to the UK. Jonathan Nagoff. Jonathan, please unmute when ready, sir.
Hey, Kell. John here from Pro Boxing Fans. Hope you're well. Where would a win over Terence Crawford firstly rank compared to your victory over Sean Porter? And secondly, just a message to the UK fans tuning in on Premier Sports on Saturday night.
Yeah, I think it's got to be above the Sean Porter just for everything I've been through, everyone writing me off. I think you've got to put it up there because this is the pound for pound best fighter in the world, and you've got to put it as number one. Nobody's done that in history from Britain, and I'm glad that all the fans are able to see it on Premier Sport, like you said. They're going to stay up and enjoy me becoming two-time world champion.
And thank you very much, Jonathan. And we next go ahead to Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, please unmute and answer your question when ready, sir. Oh, one more. I actually got unmuted one more time, Ernesto. I accidentally muted you. Ernesto?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Thank you, Ernesto.
Kell, it's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you. Let me ask you one question. For most of the fighters, it looks impossible against Crawford, but not for you. Could you explain this? Because I truly believe that you can be a nightmare.
Yeah, listen, my style, I can box orthodox, southpaw, I've got great balance, great timing. I'm a big welterweight, the power's there, the mindset's there, so I'm definitely, a fighter, what is a very scary fighter. When I'm on point and I'm feeling the way I am, I'm dangerous for any fighter in any weight division in the world. So, I'm very focused, and this is my moment now, and I'll be able to compete with the best, and you'll see me from round one, take control of this fight.
Thank you very much. And now we go back to Gaz from behind the gloves. Gaz, please unmute and ask your question when ready, sir.
Hey, Kell, it's Gaz from behind the gloves. A few people have touched on it already, but you're a big welterweight. You're bigger than Crawford. You're broader than Crawford. Do you think that your size is going to play a factor in this fight? Were you actively looking to put those chocolate brownies on?
Yeah, them chocolate brownies are definitely brewing up. They're cooking up nicely now, and I am the bigger guy. It's everything. It's all about preparation, and the hard work's done before the bright lights. So I've been grueling it out for months, dieting hard for months, and you'll see the hard work what I've put in. Come Saturday night, you'll see the shape of me on the scale. You'll see me refueled, relaxed, and ready to let them brownies go.
Thank you very much. I can't believe it took us 15 minutes for a chocolate brownie reference. So, Gaz, you are the MVP of this call so far. Thank you very much, sir. Next, we go to Cynthia Conte from Ring TV. Cynthia, you should be unmuted, so please go ahead when ready. Cynthia, you're unmuted, Cynthia. Please go ahead.
Kell, I know that you've had some incredible wars against Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin, and unfortunately, you suffered 2 orbital broken bones. Many people thought you would retire after those fights, after those wars. What was that conversation you had to have with yourself, with your trainer, and with your family to come back and step into the ring because your health was at hand?
Hey, I think I don't know, Kell. I don't know if you heard that, but I think she mentioned after those 2 losses, the conversations you had with your team and your family about continuing your career.
You know, I did have them conversations, but you know, this is the game I love and hate. It's all I know. It cleans my mind when I go into the gym and train and let them endorphins off, and you know, it's my living, and I love competing with the best. So once we're healed, you know, and my mindset was right, you know, I felt strong, you know, like I do. I feel strong now. I don't really think about the breaks, and I feel that I know that I'm stronger than ever. So it's right over my head now. You know, I know that my surgeon, Dr. Muhammad Ali, looked after me very well, and they called me the Terminator now. So I'm ready to walk through walls now.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Next, we go to Jay Lee from SecondHouse.com. You are unmuted, so please ask your question when ready.
Hi, Kell. You're right, mate. Jay Lee from Seconds out here. Just as you're aware, I'm sure this is one of the biggest fights, if not the biggest fight of your career. Being as that you're going to leave everything on the line on Saturday night, of course, is there a chance that metaphorically you're going to leave your career on the line and in the ring on Saturday night?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Metaphorically, you're going to leave everything in the ring on Saturday night and also your boxing career?
No, I'm not going to leave my boxing career because I'm going to become victorious, and then I'm going to be fighting Terence Crawford, be coming to England for rematch. So looks like I'll be fighting again, won't I, for you to see, actually. You won't have to travel.
Yes. Look forward.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. My apologies for the premature mute there, Mr. Lee. I apologize for that. Again, everybody, to ask a question, please go to the raise hand function or send me a direct message on the queue down below. Or if you can't figure those out, just shoot me a text message, and I will get to as many of you as possible. It looks like Jonathan Nagoff from Pro Boxing Fans has another question. So, Jonathan, please go ahead when ready, sir.
Yeah, Kell, I spoke to Johnny Nelson, and he said that Kell Brook doesn't take himself away to future Ventura for nothing, and that going out there, you're going to be concentrated and fully focused on this fight. But he said that you have to be at your best for 12 rounds to win this. What have you done to ensure that you're going to be at your best on Saturday night to beat Terence Crawford?
You know, I've got to do absolutely everything right. I'm fighting the best pound-for-pound fighter, so you'd have to be an absolute idiot to not prepare fully. So I've been meticulous for my training, and I've been making sure I'm the first one in the gym and the last one out, and putting the hard work in. Where fighters, want to stop, I keep going forward. So, I've got him reserved for this fight, and I've been watching my weight, and just being focused, being away from my girls and knowing what I'm doing it for. And, I'm fully focused on this fight. I've never been ready for a fight like this before. So I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to whatever Terence brings, because I can match him. I'm ready for a war.
Do you believe you stop Terence Crawford on Saturday night?
I believe I stop him, or he quits on stool.
Cheers, Kell.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
God damn, Kell. Kell said, I hope. Oh, shit. He said, I'm going to stop him or he going to quit on the goddamn stool. Kell Brook, ladies and gentlemen, he said he going to stop Terence Crawford or he will quit on that motherfucking stool. Boy, I can't wait till Saturday night. I can't wait till Saturday night. You going to stop him or he going to quit? Talk your shit then, Kell.
I'm looking at a couple more questions in the queue. So just hold on 1 second while I get to the next question. Looks like JR Bell has one more question. So JR, please go ahead.
Now, given this fight against Terence Crawford, and a lot of people are talking about him being the top pound-for-pound guy, but you have faced a couple of guys that have been either listed in the pound-for-pound list or are in the list in Errol Spence and Gennady Golovkin. So in this particular fight, what are you going to do in there to show that you are among one of the skilled fighters in the welterweight division?
I'm gonna have to show something I've never shown, and the preparation. You know, like Muhammad Ali says, before the bright lights. So I've worked with him before the bright lights. So I'm fully prepared. Terence Crawford has never been in with a welterweight, the size and the confidence and everything that I own. You know, he's not been in with Golovkin and Errol Spence. He's pound for pound champions. He's never been in with anybody. And I'm prepared better than I did against these guys. And I'm fully healthy and ready. So, you know, he knows he's in a massive fight. He knows he's going to have his hands full. He knows this himself.
And Kell, before we get to the next question, I mean, just tell everybody, I mean, a lot of times when people travel from long distances for training camp, there's concern, they did not come, you know, enough time to acclimate. How many weeks have you spent in Las Vegas? When did you arrive, and how long did it take you to fully acclimate to sort of the Western time zone and being 8 hours behind from where you came from?
It takes me about 10 days, and I'm there now. I'm feeling tired at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm sleeping all the way through till 7, 8 morning, like I did back in England. You know, so my body clock's adjusted to the Vegas time now. So everything's on point. The sleeping, my body clock's there. You know, everything is there. What's needed to win this fight.
Thank you very much for that, Kell. We have a couple more questions, and I know you got to get to training, so we will let you get to that, which is most important at this late juncture of training camp. Gail, please go. You're up, so please go ahead when ready.
Thank you very much, Kell. A lot of this discussion has brought up questions that indicate the doubters that are out there. Do you use that doubt to fuel you? Much like you had doubters before you fought in quarter and you were able to take the win there. Do you turn that into a positive for yourself?
Big dog. You've got a big dog there like me. Big dog, ain't you? Listen, them doubters, they're the ones what you know what, you know, I can see certain people doubting me and calling me out, who I know as well, and they're the ones what, you know, make me want to do that extra round and push on harder, because I can't wait to see them after the fight. I can't wait to see them when I'm crowned the champion, you know, of the world. And again, and I'm not just a normal champion. I want that Ring Magazine belt. I want to be the best fighter pound for pound in the world. I want to take his title there. It's a long stake for me, and I've got the pressure is on myself to go out there and be great.
Thank you very much, Gail. And now the dog has stolen the show. That was impressive. Next week, a couple more questions. We're going to go back to the UK. Our friends at Boxing UK. You should unmute, so please go ahead when ready.
Hi, Kell. It's Steve from Boxing UK.
How you doing, Steve?
Hello, mate. Kell, if you pull this off at the weekend, it's going to go down as one of the greatest performances abroad by a Brit. Are you disappointed that the TV coverage over here isn't what it should be for such a big fight?
disappointed. I'm disappointed. I've been with with Sky Sports for years. They've seen me fight, become world champion. They've seen me being in some thrillers. And it's a shame that they're not picking this fight up. But you got to spin it into a positive. It's going to be on Premier Sports. All the fans are going to be able to see it still, but the platform would have been the best on Sky, wouldn't it?
It would have, mate. And you've already touched on the answer to the next one. If you do the job, is there a rematch clause, and would you bring them back over to the UK?
The rematch clause, and you, mate, you'll be able to see it, won't you?
Good man. Do you still love the Geordies?
Still love the Geordies.
Good lad. Kel, best of luck on Saturday, mate.
Top man.
Hey, thank you very much for that. And as a reminder to our great fans in the UK, it is available on Premier Sports 1 sometime, I guess late Saturday night / early Sunday morning. So remind everybody in the UK that it's on a subscription cable network over there in the UK. So anybody who wants to watch it will have the opportunity to do so. Cal, before I let you go, any final thoughts as you head into your last week of training camp and as we are now, I guess, 5 days out from the biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, my mind's focused now on training on the game plan and executing the game plan this Saturday night.
Well, all business, Cal, as usual. Cal, we appreciate your time. We'll let you get back to training. And thank you once again. And as a reminder.
All right, there you guys have it, man. They're right there with Kell Brook. Give me a second. We're going to bring up Terence Bud Crawford so you guys can hear exactly what Bud Crawford had to say about all the shit I guess Kell had been chatting, man. Hey, he said he going to stop Bud. He said he going to stop Bud. He said he going to stop goddamn me Bud. He said either Bud going to goddamn me get stopped or he going to quit on his goddamn stool. He either going to get stopped or he going to quit on his motherfucking stool. That's a lot. Hey, that's big boy shit talking right there. I ain't going to lie to you. That's some big boy shit talking right there. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, going out to Terence Crawford.
What went into making this fight with Kell Brook and why, from your perspective, the Kell Brook fight was the fight to make, the right fight to make at the right time?
Yeah, I think first of all, more importantly, hey champ, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
You good?
I'm good, man.
You're at the gym. You got the snow too, huh?
No, we ain't got it. We getting it tomorrow.
Oh, I got a shitload here.
we getting it tomorrow.
Yeah, good seeing you, man. I'll see you in Vegas this week. Anyway, good having you. How's training going? Everything good?
Everything great. Everything great. Right. We're just ready to rock and roll.
Right. So, I want to just expand on this. Listen, Terence is, from the lightweight champion to the super lightweight unified champion to the welterweight king, and obviously now the pound for pound king. There has never been anybody he's ever wanted to duck or hide from or anything like that. So we've always lined up the best fights for him and who's ever available. And anybody else that says that Terence isn't fighting anybody else, they could look at, it's not Terence. He wants to fight everybody, so we've been lining it up. So the burden is on everybody else to fight him. He's the king. Kell Brook obviously has a big storied history. Obviously with his big win over Sean Porter a number of years ago and jumping up in weight class to fight Golovkin, and then which was an impressive but tough fight for him when Golovkin was at his peak, and then losing a close one with Errol Spence. More importantly, I think what we've seen is that if anyone didn't see, Terence was terrific on this show on ESPN this week called Relentless. And I think it really personifies the Terence Crawford story. Just about where he comes from, how he fights, where he started from. Nobody babysat, nobody, spoon-fed. and worked his way up, clipping everybody off. And, it's been a great run and a been real honor for all of us at Top Rank to create the body of work we have with Terence and to see the worldwide recognition as the king of the sport. So, I'd like to introduce it over and throw it over to Terence. And Terence, and keep in mind, Terence is no stranger to the bubble. He hasn't fought in the bubble, but he's been to the bubble. So he knows a little bit about what to expect. It is off. It's a little bit in an environment that it's different, and we all are getting used to. But Terence has been in there, I think, in support of his stablemate Jamel Herring, and so he was in there, and he knows what it's in front of him. So I'm going to throw it over to the champ and tell everybody how your training's going and what you're looking forward to.
Oh man, training's been great this camp. Everything has went according to plan, and we looking to go out there and look spectacular come Saturday.
Thank you very much, Terence. And we are going to start the question portion of this with Keith Eidig from Boxing Scene. So, Keith, please go ahead when ready. You should be unmuted, sir.
Hey, Terence, I'm not sure if you heard any of what Kell Brook said earlier, but he said in a quote that he was either going to stop you or make you quit on your stool. What is your response to that?
Well, let's see. Words don't mean nothing. You're gonna have to really live up to them words that you actually saying you're gonna do.
Does it surprise? I don't remember hearing people say that about you when they got into the ring, before they got into the ring with you. Did it surprise you that he said that?
No.
Hey, Terence.
A lot of people.
Hey, guys. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. No, you gotta mute it. Hey, Terence, can you hear us?
Is that better?
Much better, Terence. Much better. Thank you, Terence. All right. So, hey, Keith, can you? We're going to go back. We're going to resume back to where we are, back to where we were. Keith, please go ahead. If you could re-ask the question you did, because I don't think I don't think we all heard Terence's answer. So, Keith, please go ahead when ready.
I think all I had asked him was he surprised that Kell Brook said what he said about making him quit or stopping him in the fight?
I was saying, no, not really. You're supposed to feel that way coming into one of the biggest fights of his career. He's not the only opponent that went into a fight believing that they was going to stop me or knock me out. So that's nothing new for me. He's just going to have to live up to his words.
Thanks, Terence.
Thank you very much, Keith. Let's see who else. Now we go over to the UK with Pep Talk, our friends over there. So please unmute and go ahead when ready, sir.
Hey, Terence, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Hey, what's going on?
Terence, Kell Brook has questioned your credentials at 147 pounds and says that you've not fought anyone of note. Would you make of his comments?
Well, I'm fighting him, so that's all that matters. If he feels I never fought nobody at 147 or I don't have any credibility, then this should be a cakewalk for him.
You've been out the ring for almost a year. Is it a bit risky going back in the ring with a well-decorated fighter in Kell Brook at 147 pounds?
Not at all.
Former world champion.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm great. I feel good. I feel strong. I can fight at the end of the day. So being out the ring is not going to affect me or hurt me in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you very much. And again, please use the raise hand button or send a private message on the chat if you'd like to ask Terence a question. So now we go back to the UK. Jonathan Nagyoff. Jonathan from Pro Boxing Fans, please go ahead when ready.
Hey, Terence. Where do you rank Kell Brook in terms of the opponents you've faced in your whole career, and how long has Kell Brook been on your radar for?
Well, I actually can't rate him because I've never been in a ring with him yet. And actually, he never was on my radar from the jump. You know, this was a fight that he wanted, that he kept calling for, and you know, once the Pacquiao fight didn't fall through, he was the next option, given that the circumstances of COVID and whatnot. So, you know, I must have been on his radar. He never was on my radar, but he's on my radar now, and we fighting this week, and that's what it is.
All right. Thank you very much. And now we move ahead to Sean Zattel from Fight Hype. Sean, please go ahead when ready, sir.
Hey, Terence. I know from speaking with you in the past, you were talking about getting into, you know, you were enforcing more exchanges or allowing more exchanges to happen, trying to please the fans, be in fights that please the fans. And do you want to, and then you talked about maybe getting more back to boxing heading into this next fight. Is that what we see with Brook? I mean, we know you've been boxing brilliant, but are you going to try and pitch more of a shutout performance, or still go ahead and, you know, let those exchanges rattle off so you can go for the knockout? Or
well, I'm gonna do me. You know, once I get in the ring and assess my my opponent, and you know, once the fight get going, then I'm gonna do me. You know, if the knockout comes, it comes. If it don't, then, you know, we prepared to go 12 more rounds.
Did you get a chance to see his last fight when he knocked out a fighter, Mark DeLuca? And what'd you think of that fight, if you got a chance to see it?
I actually didn't get to see it. So,
how do you think too much is being made about the losses he's had in his past against Spence and Golovkin heading into this fight?
Yeah, I'm not worried about people trying to say he washed up or trying to downgrade him. You know, I use that as a distraction. You know, I'm prepared for the best Kell Brook that we possibly can prepare for come Saturday, and we're gonna be ready for whichever Kell shows up this week.
If he does show up in that form, like he did against, you know, Golovkin and Spence, what kind of fight do you think of it as in your head? How do you see it playing out?
It's gonna be a good fight, you know. But who knows? You know, I'm sharp as a razor right now, so we're gonna see.
Hey, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sean. Let's see who else we have over here in the chat queue. So we're gonna go back. Karen's very popular in the UK since his days against Ricky Burns. We go to Gaz from Behind the Gloves. Gaz, please go ahead when ready, sir.
Hey, Terence, it's Gaz from Behind. I've just been mentioned already that Kell Brook's fought Golovkin, Spence, where he's given a really good account of himself. Is there anything Kell Brook does that worries you?
Not at all. I didn't see it all. You know, given that Kell Brook has fought a lot of good opponents.
Sorry,
you know,
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
What's that?
I think that was on Gaz's end. So, sorry, you were mentioning about Kell Brook.
No, I was just saying, you know, we're gonna be ready for whatever. Like, I'm not focused or worried about any of that. But Kell Brook, you know,
get the best out of Terence there. And then we're going to have real time this week, so we'll have weekly posts of everything going on and content being circulated everywhere to drive awareness. And this is what our job is. And then it's Terence's job to come off the way he is and show people in the ring the night before and show people outside of the ring, who he is and what makes him so special.
Thank you so much, Terence. Best of luck this weekend. Good to have you back in the ring.
Thank you, Jake. And now we go to Eric Woodyard.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Now we go to Eric Woodyard from ESPN.com. Eric, please go ahead when ready.
Hey, what's up, Terence? How you doing, man? You look around at boxing right now. You look around at boxing right now, and you see the lighter division. You see what Tank doing, and a lot of the just star-making performances that's been going around. Obviously, you've been getting TKOs and KOs and the things you've been doing. Do you feel any urgency to close the show in any type of way to really just train? I mean, obviously you big, like we just mentioned, big in boxing, but just to get that star-making performance as far as mainstream, do you feel a way that you have to win this fight a certain way to really cross over?
Not at all. Not at all. Me, how I go about fights is just make sure you get the win, no matter how they come. So I'm not going out there to try to outdo a previous performance or any other fighter. My thing is just to go out there and make sure I get the win and secure that first, and everything else can come second. If the knockout's there, of course I'm going to go out there and take it. But if it's not, then like I said before, we prepare for 12 hard rounds.
Is this a fun time in boxing for you right now? Just looking around at just all the young talent, is this a fun time to be a part of the sport right now?
It's always been a fun time to be a part of the sport. I couldn't think of a time when it wasn't.
All right, thank you very much. And now we stay in Las Vegas. Sam Gordon from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Sam, please unmute and go ahead when ready, sir.
Terence, thank you for the time today. Really appreciate it. A couple quick questions for you. I mean, with all this talk about, the mainstream and you being in the mainstream, I was just curious. Right now, when you go out, say when you're out in public and when you're with your family in public, do you get approached and stopped a lot? Do people recognize you as arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? Do you get a lot of attention like that?
Of course. Everywhere I go, people come up to me, say, "Yo, that's Terence Crawford. That's the best fighter in the world." It doesn't matter where I be. I've been all over the world, all across in different countries, and they still notice me, and that just let me know where I stand in the sport of boxing today.
Do you enjoy getting that kind of attention?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Sometimes, like when you're out with your family and you're eating and walk up to someone in a picture and you don't want to seem like an asshole, you tell them dead, then next thing you know, you got 50 people lined up to take a picture with you. It kind of get irritating, but at the same time, this is what we do it for. And without the fans, there's no us. So, it just comes with the territory.
Absolutely. And then the last thing for me, Terence, at this stage of your career, with everything you've accomplished and with the way you've accomplished it, what is your biggest motivation at this stage? What do you want to prove? What do you want to showcase? What drives you at this stage of your career to continue being the number one boxer in the world?
Just showing everybody that I'm the best, just competing. That's it. Just proving all the doubters wrong and all the naysayers that I'm the best fighter in the world.
Thank you very much, Sam. And now we go back across the pond to our friends over at Boxing UK. So please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Hi, Terence. It's Steve from Boxing UK. Terence, one of the things Kell said is you haven't faced anyone like him in the past. What do you think Kell brings to the table that you might not have encountered before?
Well, he never faced nobody like me. So he can say I never faced nobody like him, and I can say he never faced nobody like me. And I don't know what he brings to the table because I haven't been there. I haven't been in the ring with him. So we shall see come this week what he brings to the table.
Just moving forward, Terence. Over the weekend, Bob Arum said that he was looking for fights against Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. But one of our pound for pounds, Josh Taylor, over the weekend said he would fight you tomorrow. What do you think of that? And if you could pick one, who would you want?
I would pick Manny Pacquiao. Josh Taylor still got unfinished business at 140. He shouldn't be thinking about me right now. He should be thinking about Ramirez.
Thank you very much from our friends over in the UK. And let's see who else we have. We got a bunch more in the queue. So let's go to Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Thank you. Hey, Terence, maybe this is going to sound crazy for you, but a lot of Mexicans, they put you in the #1 of pound for pound instead of Canelo. What is the meaning for you that a lot of Mexicans put you in this place? And if you see in the future, if you grow in weight division, a fight with the Mexican warrior?
Well, that just shows, that a lot of people respect me for what I've accomplished in the sport of boxing. And, Canelo's a tremendous talent. And, I respect everybody's opinion. And I don't never think me and Canelo will fight. He's, 168, 175. I'm just 147. So I'll never see that fight ever really happen.
Very much. And now we go to Josh Katzowitz from Forbes. Josh, please unmute and ask your question when ready.
Hey, Terence. Talked to Errol Spence last week, and he said he felt that if a fight between you guys didn't happen in 2021, he didn't think it was going to happen at all. I don't know what you thought about that, and if you thought, obviously I know you're not looking ahead past Kell Brook, but if it doesn't happen, with a fight with Spence doesn't happen in 2021, do you think it's just kind of going to go by the wayside?
Yeah, it might, but like I said, I never really felt like I really needed Errol Spence for my legacy or my career. I've accomplished so much in the sport of boxing that, I really didn't need him. Yes, I needed them for my legacy at the welterweight division and becoming a 2-time undisputed champion in 2 different weight classes. But if that fight don't happen, I don't feel like, it hurt my legacy. It just hurts the legacy of the welterweight division.
All right. Thank you very much, Josh. I know we have a bunch of people asking questions. The council got to get back to it, so we'll probably have time for a couple of more before we sign off. So again, anybody wants to raise hands or message me in the private message down below, and we will get to you. We're going to go back to the UK with Gaz from Behind the Gloves. Gaz, please unmute and go ahead.
Hey, Terence. I didn't really hear your answer before because my internet dropped out. But just going back to the point, does Kell do anything that worries you? In beating Kell, if he's successful on Saturday night, would it be your best win at welterweight?
Given that Kell is a former champion, I wouldn't say that's my biggest win. I still view the Jeff Horn fight as my biggest welterweight win, being that he was coming off a upset victory with Manny Pacquiao. So I feel like he was the champion at the time. Kell Brook had nothing to lose, a lot to gain. So he really had nothing to offer me but a name. So no, I wouldn't say that's my biggest victory at welterweight.
Thanks, Terence.
Thank you. And next we go to Mr. Lee from Seconds Out. So please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Hi, Terence. How are you?
What's going on?
Good. I was just wondering what you think ahead of Spence's fight on December the 5th. Do you think he's going to come out there with the victory?
I don't know. I'm not even focused on what they got going on. I'm focused on my fight this weekend. So, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Looks like we have a couple more. Gail, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Thanks very much. We'll try to get through this one without another dog barking. Terrence, you've got quite a compound there in Nebraska. It seems almost like a team atmosphere. Do you consider that a big advantage to you? And is anything altered that during COVID?
I wouldn't say it's an advantage because at the end of the day, when you get in that ring, can't nobody fight for you. Yes, it's always beautiful with everybody cheering for you and rooting for you, but at the end of the day, you know, we all fighters. We done been in places where everybody booing us and still came out on top. So it just, you know, that warm feeling of having everybody cheer for you and motivate you. But at the end of the day, you still got to fight.
Well, you took a lot of trouble to go to the bubble to see your buddy, Sergeant Herring. So you expect him ringside?
For sure. You know, I expect him and Steven Nelson to be ringside.
Good luck to you, Terrence.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gail. And I know my apologies. We're not going to get to all the questions for Terrence. Terrence does have to run, so I do apologize for that. Terrence, any closing thoughts as you're one day away from the bubble? And anything else you'd like to say to the fans out there who are going to be watching Saturday night on ESPN and Premier Sports in the UK?
I would like to thank everybody that support Terence Crawford and Team Crawford. Looking forward to this weekend, and I hope everybody tune in and watch for a good show. And I'm looking forward to putting on a great performance.
Well, thank you, Terrence. I'm sure, as always, you will put on a spectacular show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And to remember, Saturday night, 10 p.m., ESPN and ESPN Deportes, undercard, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. And also for our great UK fans, Premier Sports. You can watch it live there as well. Thank you, everybody, and you all.
Yo, man. We had some gems in that motherfucker, didn't we? Yeah, we had some gems in that son of a bitch, boy. I'm talking about from Kell Brook. Say he want to stop a nigga. Say he want to do this, he want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was a good little press conference, man. I got to admit that was a good little press conference, you know what I'm saying? But real quick, man, I don't know if y'all already watched that motherfucking Relentless. But man, if you ain't watched that Relentless yet, boy, shame on you. Shame on you. That's a goddamn good ass little thing that they put on last night for Terence Crawford. That bitch was hot. They started off by doing like the state of the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was cool and all. Oh, we ain't doing that. And but the documentary that they put on, and I'm trying to put up the little thumbnail that I got there, right there, for the documentary, and that shit was fire. Like that shit was fire, man. I don't know if y'all watched it or not, my nigga. That shit is fire. Yeah, you know I'm covering the fight live. Come on, Ashley. You know I'm doing my play-by-play. You know I'm doing my play-by-play. If I don't do it, who gonna do it? Yeah, man. So I just want to do a little quick reaction to that. You can watch the documentary right now on Top Rank YouTube page. Actually, you can watch the documentary right now on Top Rank YouTube page. And I just want to get to something real quick that he had to say about Earl. I just wanted to get something today he had to say real quick about Earl Spence, man. You know what I'm saying? Just a very, very little brief audio. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what we got it at. Let me see that we got it. I don't know, man. We ain't got it. Man, we ain't got it. Let me see.
I never want to fight him coming off of an injury like that. For it's going to be an excuse. Oh, he never was the same fighter. I never want to fight him coming off of an injury like that. For what? To set myself up for failure? So now y'all can say, oh, this is the reason why? I want you at your best. I want you to feel you at your best because I respect you as a man. I want you to look me in my eyes and say, I'm ready. I'm 110% ready. And we're going to do this. Let's make it work. It's going to be an excuse. Oh, he never was the same fighter. I never.
Just letting you know, man. He never wanted Earl at nothing less than his best. He never wanted Earl at nothing less than his best. And we're gonna go out to some quotes that came from the documentary last night. You know what I'm saying? First quote that I'm gonna bring on. I've always had the ability to believe in myself when nobody else does. That's an important thing, man. That's important when you're on the path of trying to be a champion, of trying to be, you know what I'm saying, and for all intent and purposes, man, trying to be the best of your generation. You know what I'm saying? Try to be somebody that the people will always remember and the people will always hold in high esteem. And that's something, man, you got to respect about Terence Crawford, man. Something you got to respect about that young man. Something you got to respect about him. Another little quote. I had to fight those types of fights, which were high risk, low reward. And at the start, I never could get the fights I really wanted. And it still look like he can't get the fights he wants. It still look like he can't get the motherfucking fights he wants, man. Whether the start of his career or the finish of his career, he ain't getting the fights he wanted. I take bits and pieces from a fighter if I like what they did, and I put it in my arsenal. I never wanted to fight like or be like any other fighter. I wanted a style that was unique for me. And that's what the great ones do, man. That's what Kobe did. That's what Mike did. That's what LeBron did. You take pieces of somebody's game and you add it to your game. Don't mean you got to be the same player, but they was. But you notice something that they did good. I mean, man, you like shit. I can do that. I can do that good too. So you add to your arsenal. Don't make you the fighter that they were. It makes you your own fighter, your own person, your own style, your own uniqueness. And in boxing, man, being unique is shit. May be the motherfucking best trait. What else we got? I want to talk about how great of a father I am. How I never miss any of my kids' wrestling tournaments or big events like birthdays or holidays. I'm always there for anything to do with my kids. Hey, man, that's always important too, man. You know what I'm saying? Being that kind of father is important to him. It's very important to him. And I respect it, man. I respect it, man. I know that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling right there, man. I just want to leave a mark on the sport of boxing so people talk about me like they talk about the other great champions before me. That's my goal before I retire. Leave it a motherfucking mark, man. That's the shit that make. He ain't saying I want to be fucking $10 billion. No. I want motherfuckers to recognize the name Terence Crawford when they come by in the history books. I want the motherfuckers to recognize my face when they see me on ESPN boxing in the future doing some commentating or something like that. I want people to know who Bud Crawford is, what I did, and what I stood for. And just go back to Errol Spence. It takes two people to fight, And it takes two companies to sit down and figure out and decide what network we're going to go fight on, and we're going to fight. What persons are going to be. So yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. What up, J Mac? What up, J Mac? What's good, man? Big up to my nigga J Mac out in the chat, man. Yeah, man, we just chilling, man. We just doing a little bud show, man. A little bud review show. We did the interview. We did the motherfucking West Collar. I got the Kell Brook and Earl Spence fight on right now in the back. Just looking to see what Kell Brook doing and shit. You know what I'm saying? If anybody want to join the stream, you can. If not, man, we're gonna end this show and possibly come back with another one, man. I'm looking for see if I got I might be having Frank Smith come on too. I might be having Frank Smith come on. He the little Matchroom USA, Matchroom Eddie Hearn guy. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn right hand man. You know what I'm saying? So we might have Frank Smith come on. Had an interview with Mike Polite Coffee today. It's on the YouTube page if you ain't already seen it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check out that interview. Boy, Mike Coffee said he was goddamn he was walking around at 294. Mike Coffee said he was walking around at 294. I'm like, what? You walking around at 294? Only thing you gotta do, J Mac, is click that link, man. You click that link, type in J Mac. That's it. That's all you gotta do, man. Easy peasy, man. See, we got, you know what I'm saying? See can J Mac hop on? If not, yeah, that's crazy, man. 299, that nigga, he was, man, I said, God damn. I'm like, God damn, boy. 294. 294. Shit. That's a big dude. That's a big dude, man. You ain't got to turn the camera on, J Mac, if you don't want to. Ain't no thing. Just come on with your little black screen and with J Mac and that motherfucker. Nah, man, we gonna slide on down, man. Gonna call it a motherfucking 2 good shows in a row. I'm trying to see if there's anything else out there that I wanted to do a show on. Your boy got some news. Got some news out there, Fresh BX. Your boy Demetrius Andre might be fighting in February. Man. That'll be a little news and note. You know what I'm saying? Something like that we add. But all right, y'all, man. We're going to go ahead and get on down, man. Call it a night, man. Might come back with another show. Just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, until next time. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how to get down. Yes, sir. Oh, J Mac, boy. J Mac slid in at the motherfucking last minute. What's going on, J Mac?
No, much y'all can hit me?
Yeah, man. He loud and clear.
Okay, I just hopped on. I was trying to figure it out. I was driving while I was trying to figure it out, too.
Oh, man. My bad. I know you.
Yeah, I'm trying to knock these routes out, man. Nah, man, I'm just super excited about the fight. I'm pretty confident in my stance, like I told you last time. I got Bud stopping Kell Brook.
We got Bud stopping Kell Brook.
I got him stopping him, man. I think that's a hard one because Kell ain't an easy task. I predicted after the 9. I can't pinpoint around because he gotta figure it out. He gotta work him down and stuff like that, and it's gonna have to happen. But I gotta definitely stop him after the 9th round. Do I need to do my little breakdown?
Yeah, give me something, cause
okay.
You telling me he gonna stop him, but I ain't on, man. Tough fight.
I know, hey, tough fight, but guess what? Kell is good, but Bud is elite. Bud makes the adjustments. Bud can switch. Bud can come over the jab. Kell got a great 1-2, but his 1-2 is flawed. He throws a lot of shot off balance. He jumps in with his shots. like going forward. I don't think he moved well going back. So in the point of the fight, they're gonna come a time when Bud start timing him and coming over his punches or angling his punches, and Kell won't be able to land those 1-2s at an effective rate. See, Bud ain't gonna have the bulge going forward like somebody he fought a few years back because he can sit back and consciously make adjustments. And being when once Kell Brook had that pressure on him, this is when he gonna gas. Kell Brook is in great shape. He not gonna physically get tired. He gonna mentally get tired. And once he not landing those shots or he not landing anything that could give him confidence, like he keeping Bud off of him, then that's when the fatigue is gonna sit in. And I think that's when Bud gonna pretty much set something up to stop him, especially if Kell start going backwards. Because Kell don't fight great going backwards. He don't have a great jab going backwards. He don't move well going backwards. He actually prefer to keep the fight in front of him and use his rein and let them stay behind his jab and his straight, his 1-2. But somebody like Bud that adjusts, got great footwork, got good punch placement, got good foot balance, will be the stronger fighter. Now you say how you gonna be the stronger fighter? Kell obviously bigger than him. Big and size don't matter. Balance matters. Balance makes you the stronger fighter. Duration of a fight when you get tired, when you gassing. If you got the better balance and you're in shape to maintain your balance better, that's going to be favoring Terence instead of Kell. That's why I'm leaning towards the stoppage. I'm pretty confident in it. Either way, if I'm wrong, I still got Bud dominating Kell. I just think they're different levels when it comes down to mentalities and mindset.
What do you make of Kell Brook telling the reporters that he's either gonna stop Terence Crawford or he's gonna quit on his stool?
That shit sound good, man. I mean, we talking to a dude that actually quit 2 times in a fight, and I understand his injuries and his eye injuries and who he was fighting, but that shit sound good. You can't say nothing like that when you the one that did it in your top fights or arguably some of your best fights, and you the one that stopped and quit. I mean, I think he's just promoting the fight. He's highly confident. I think he feel good. He made weight. So that's just that beginning fight till he get in there and start getting punched in his face.
All right, man. All right, man. Let me go to my guy Black Seas right quick. What's going on, Black Seas?
What's up, man? How your brothers doing there, man?
And we doing good, man. Talk to your boy, man. How you feeling about this fight so far, man? Give me a prediction if you want to give me one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm predicting that Bud Crawford win, and a lot of that has to do with hope, because I hope you win. And it ain't so much about the haters. It's just that I feel like, I don't know, all the negativity he's always getting and how he's been getting that for the past few years. And I just feel like, you know, it's almost like they feel like an upset's brewing. So we got a lot of Bud Crawford haters. They're cheesing. You know what I'm saying? They're happy, right? All right. I just hope they keep that same energy in a couple of weeks when their fighter fights Danny Garcia, right? And we'll see if that if that energy is the same. But I'm going with Bud Crawford. The only thing I'm worrying about is really my worry is how big will Kell Brook come into the ring, knowing that he doesn't have that same day weigh-in with the IBF stipulation. What y'all think about that? What if this dude come in at 160, 170, man? Like, he can do that if he wants, right?
He probably come in by 165, honestly.
Damn, 165, Mike, you think so?
Absolutely.
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yeah, good, man.
Okay, I don't know how this setup is. If I could be heard over the call, all right. I got Kell coming in at 172.
Oh shit, J Mac.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, bro. Hey, man. You gave me heart palpitations just right quick, nigga.
Hey, hold on. But look,
hold on,
that
man,
172. Look, that 172 gonna be top heavy. You hear me?
Man, I don't care, bro. Top heavy, bottom heavy, 172.
Nah.
Oh, shit.
172 top heavy at the beginning of the fight. Kell is gonna feel good, but see, Kell, in my logic, is a 6-round fighter. He one of them guys that get off good athleticism. But when that fight start coming in, and when it's clutch time and crunch time, I don't think he can compete with a Terence Crawford. Now, he may be able to compete with another fighter or another guy, a guy who don't think as well, or a guy who will make as much adjustments, or who bring the fight to a mental mindset. He may be able to be a good fighter to those. But when it come crunch time, that 172 that he hydrate back on is going to be bad weight now. Because that heavy body will have to start going backwards the little bitty little light in the ass guy that everybody call him gonna start backing him up, and then it's gonna play towards Crawford. Because Kell Brook with that weight going backwards ain't gonna work for his benefit, and I don't think he punched effectively enough to be landing on Bud and stuff like that. So
I mean, he's an accurate puncher, bro. Like what I'm
nah,
saying is this.
he's
Like I just wonder, and I want to ask Mike that too. Like Mike, if that dude comes into the ring at 172, right? Because I feel like Kell Brook is skilled enough. Like this is gonna be a tough fight for Bud. I don't think it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna bring the best out in Bud, and hopefully the fight is the fight's good enough to, and maybe Bud might sustain some damage, and what it'll do is it'll open up a door to let the other fighters want to come and fight him. The same way that Kell Brook exposed Triple G. What I'm saying is the outcome of that. I'm hoping we can get that. But I was just wondering about Mike. Like Mike, you like if Kell Brook come to the ring 172, if he rehydrates to 172, that's gonna be a problem, bro. That's gonna be a problem, man. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna lean with what J Mac said because I'm watching the fight with him and Earl Spence right now. Got it on in the background and shit. Boy, he way bigger than Earl. Like the nigga back, the nigga arms, the nigga traps. He way bigger than Earl.
yo,
You know
he was bigger. He was bigger than Earl in that fight.
he ain't bigger than Earl in this fight. Now I'm watching it right now. Like his legs, his body.
his muscle. He got more compact muscle, so he got to get more water. So I'm gonna have him rehydrating a lot more heavy than most people would think. A leaner guy will hydrate to about 165. Bud might be, if I had to make a good, he might be around that 162, 165, maybe around that. I'm thinking. Kell is gonna lean a little. He's gonna bulk up a little more because look how his muscle is. He gets some water in that muscle. That's why he carry. That's why he walk around heavier than a lot of those guys too. So I got him coming up to 172, but like I don't think it's gonna be in his benefit like everybody may think it is or what have you and stuff, man. Because
I think that's just what he you know what I'm saying, with no IBF. That's just a regular for him, you know what I'm saying? Like he a bit. I'm looking at this nigga right now, J Mac. Like the nigga legs, his back, his arms. Like he a big dude.
So I just fear him, like maybe trying to throw his weight around and shit. Like how Fury, what Fury did Wilder, like holding him and laying on top of him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
my,
Man,
no. Oh come on, man! If that dude come on, man. Bud is the wrestler. Bud got the
Oh, I
wrestling
know.
background.
I know.
So
I
laying weight
saw
on
him put a
Kell,
nigga in the chicken wing a couple of weeks ago. I saw that
man.
shit. He put a
If
nigga
Kell
in the
Brook if Kell Brook get out there pushing that weight around, y'all looking for him to get stopped earlier, man. Like the best thing Kell better do is learn how to judge range and keep Bud at the end of that 1-2. And that's the best thing he could do for Terence Crawford. If he can't manage that range all night, he's gonna gas. He's gonna get tired mentally. Bud is gonna start laying on his mind. And that's why I predict a stoppage. I'm confident of a stoppage because I think Kell Brook is going to mentally get tired, not physically get tired,
yeah.
but mentally get tired. When you
He'll
start
get
having a
mentally
mental
wore
lapse,
down, right? He's gonna be mentally wore down.
exactly.
I have Bud stopping him like just the way I always have Bud stopping most of the guys. He tend to drown them in about the 9th or 10th. Like they don't make it past that. They tend to get stopped around that time. He like crank it up. Like after the mid, after like that 6-7 round, he started to crank it up a little bit. So by round 8, 9, 10, like most of the time he's stopping his opponent. So and Kell Brook don't have he's not known for his endurance. So I feel like that could be used against him.
Do y'all think Kell Brook is gonna pose the same level of adversity that he posed to Errol Spence, or more?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it. Man.
Yeah, go Jay.
Okay.
That's you.
Okay. I don't think so. All right. I know I'm the resident bud tender, bud again, or whatever you want to call up and stuff. I just think I see different levels when it comes down to Bud and Spence, and I call and debate anybody on that. Spence came forward kind of like barging his way in on some I'm about to just go after you type of thing. I didn't think it was much skill set required to do what he did. He showed that he got a dog mentality. He showed he about that fight. But I think Bud shows that in a different type of level for his even skill and what have you. Like a lot of dudes want Bud to get hit and they think he just go to this place like I gotta get me back. Yeah, you gotta get me back, but it's still strategic behind it and what have you. So with that adversity he posed on Spence, you got a guy coming forward, not that much skill required, just showing you a dog and just coming forward. And Kell was able to back up, catch him a few times coming. I don't think Bud fights like that and put himself in a situation to where he can be countered by Kell Brook, because Kell Brook ain't the better counter. Now, for if some reason Bud just go retarded and say fuck it, I just want to fight like that. I mean, you'll see glimpses and signs of it. For his Kell establishing at 1-2, he may start off having slight success with it, but I don't think it'll be sustainable for his level of boxing. So no, I don't think it's going to be compared to what it was Spence. I think Bud is a different type of fighter than Spence. I think he make better adjustments. I think he think better, and plus all around he can do everything. And forward, backwards, going back, moving on angles. He got decent enough pop to where dudes respect him, and he got great footwork and great punch placement as well. That's why he be getting them dudes out of there.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I agree. And to answer that same question that Mike just asked, I mean, I agree, and also think that I could pretty much echo or reverb what he just said, but I feel the same way. I just feel like Bud Crawford's just more talented than Errol Spence in pretty much in every way, right? I think Errol Spence has more of an Eastern European, like his type of, I think that's the type of style he has, that straight ahead, good jab, fight behind his jab. The only thing is I say that he probably throws more body punches than a Triple G or other type of Eastern European fighters, but for the most part, he has the Eastern European style, straight ahead. You know, he uses, I'm not saying he doesn't have athletic ability, but compared to Bud Crawford, you know, he falls behind by a lot. But like I said, the only thing I fear about this fight is two things, right? How Bud Crawford chooses to fight this guy, right? Because I feel like this, it may be a blessing in disguise if Kell Brook catches him with a good shot early, and it makes Bud snap out of that mentality like I'm gonna try to walk him down, because Bud has been stopping everything at 147 since he got here. He's been stopping everything. So I just want to see, you know, maybe I would like to see him fight Kell Brook, especially if Kell Brook come in there big as a motherfucker. I like to see him box Kell Brook, use his movement, use his athletic ability, use his superior boxing skill, and just more importantly, use his fucking head. If he does that, I feel like he could carry him on to the later rounds, stop him in rounds 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever. I think he's going to beat Kell Brook in a more decisive fashion, but I also think that he's going to be beating a Kell Brook that is more hydrated, not drained, coming down 2 weight classes. And once again, everybody that Bud has fought has been undefeated at welterweight so far. So this is the first fight he's fighting at welterweight that's sustained a loss at welterweight. But like I said, if he comes there and fights that way, man, I don't see Bud losing. I don't see Bud losing if he boxes, right?
All right, man. We shall see, y'all. Well, shit, we're gonna go and get on down, man. Probably come back with another show in a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Black Seas. Big up to my guy J Mac for joining the panel. Y'all smash that thumbs up button out there, like and subscribe.
Yo,
to the
Mike,
channel.
before you go, bro, I just want to let you know something. Hey, and let everybody else know that. Like, I know, like they're showing that show again tonight on ESPN2, right? And they're also going to show some old Bud Crawford fights, like the Cav Velasquez fight. They're also going to show the Bud Crawford sit down with Andre Ward. But there was a show that came on before that. It was a breakdown of the welterweights, and it was a round table. You saw that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So that's coming on again tonight. So I just want to throw that out there. All right, man.
Already, man. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Smash that thumbs up button. And yeah, man, y'all know what it is with me. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash. Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. My brother. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Ross, the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Ross, the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
waiting on.